you got?
Only the first couple of pages, isn't it? Really.
Basically, everything revolves around a man. Yeah. And when they're having offspring, it's just bare men we're seeing. There is no women going on in there. Yet they're going out in. They're having children, but they have never mentioned any women. So where do women come from?
This is what I was trying to go through, like some of those classes when I was saying to you about you know, what you kind of hit on the right note, because this up here is how we write the Hebrew English. All right, you understand what I mean about the Hebrew English now? Obviously, this is Hebrew, yes. And they translate it like that. So what we've got here is At Rauk Elohim Chayim. One is the spirit of the living God. But what does say to Rauk mean?
Rauk, spirit.
Spirit of what? What does say it mean? It was a feminine.
Yes.
Remember when I said that?
Yes.
So in the Bible, when it talks about the Spirit of God moves on the face of the water, they're talking about the Spirit of God. What is the Spirit of God? The Spirit of God is feminine. You understand that? That's why I said to you in the Bible, they have to get rid of the female, but at the same time, if you keep going down the line, like you just said, there's males being born, but where are the females? But if you look on last week, you remember 2 weeks ago when I said to you, read Genesis chapter 5, and it said both male and females were created together.
Yes, right.
The Quran even says that both male and female are made from one essence.
Yes, it's called the man.
Read it.
It says, when God created man, he made him in his likeness of God. He created them male and female and blessed them. Blessed them, it says.
Right, is that Genesis chapter 5?
Yeah.
And is that how yours finished, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it hasn't finished. Blessed man. But in the old one it says, it says it.
Look on Genesis chapter 5 in mine. I'll just show you a few things. Yeah.
First verse.
Yeah.
Can you got it down? We marked it together.
Yeah, it says he then blessed them and called their name Adam.
Stop.
Yes.
Does yours say that?
But mine says man. It should say Adam, but it's changed.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now, why would you make a change like that? If the Bible is written by God, why would you make a change like that? Do you know what? That's a massive change.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because Justin one says, but man. This one says, both call their names Adam. So who's lying? So I'm reading one Bible as a Christian, you're reading another, and you're still not getting the story right. Because that's what I showed you 2 weeks ago when that Jewish guy was talking at the start of the video, when he says that some people take the big Genesis as a real story, when in actuality the only thing that real about it was the geographic metaphor of the story. That means he's literally telling you that none of these people exist that you're reading about. That's what he's saying. So what's the metaphor behind the stories? The metaphor behind the stories is the Et Chaim, the tree of life. Because when Adam and Eve went up the tree, remember what I said to you? When God came to them and spoke to them, after, how did he clothe them? What did he put on? An apron. What's an apron? That's what you receive when you're a master mason. Otherwise the Bible wouldn't say, now the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. You read that in Genesis, right? So that means the man that God created ate an apple, supposedly. I don't know what happened. God told him not to touch this apple. He ate it, both of them. The Bible said they sinned, but at the same time he says, now he's become one of us, knowing good and evil. What does that mean? How can you be like God? If God is saying that, that was God who was saying that. Now he's become like one of us. What does he mean? Adam became a deity. Adam became a God. That's if God was talking in the garden. Do you understand? What I'm trying to show you is when they teach you Christianity, they can teach it to you like that, but you have to understand the stories.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't make sense, then you have to start questioning them. But they don't give you the opportunity to question them.
Genesis 6. When men began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. Now, sons of
read on.
that were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Yeah, that's
Stop. What chapter is that?
That's Genesis 6.
Which verse?
Genesis 6, yeah?
Yeah,
read
Genesis
it from
6.
my Bible.
What, from the beginning you reading?
Yeah, Genesis 6, where it says the flood. Genesis 6.
Yeah, 6 verse. Not what you read from the beginning, yeah?
Yeah.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were both unto them, that the sons of the God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
It again.
Stop.
Because it says fair in there, but it says beautiful here.
But you have to understand the word
Yeah.
structure, because
Yeah.
basically it just means beautiful.
Yeah.
But let's stop there.
Yeah.
Who are the sons of God?
Adam's offspring.
Adam's offspring.
Offspring.
It says the sons of God came down. Where'd they come down from? And who are they? Obviously it's not Adam's offspring, is it?
No, 'cause
For the sons of God to come down.
That's men.
Adam's offspring, his generation is detailed right down in the Bible. But the sons of God came down and chose wives. They just chose them. So when I ask most Christians, who are the sons of God? Because it's not spelled S-O-N, it spells with an S on the end. It
Yes.
means the sons of God.
Yeah, more than one.
Yeah.
So who are they? That's what I'd like to
It's
say.
got nothing to do with the 240 angels.
Well, you hear people talk about that, right?
Mm.
But why do they still call him the Son of God? That's why the scriptures have to keep saying that Jesus is the only begotten Son of God.
Mm.
But that's not correct, because David was also called the begotten Son of God.
Mhm.
Adam was called the begotten Son of God, and so was Solomon.
Mm.
So why did they make Jesus the central figure? Remember, when they came into Egypt, and they would do this today again, when they were actually telling you lot to denounce your God, what do you think they had to replace the mystery system with? Christianity.
Mm.
That's what the Council of Nicaea was about. Getting rid of the old mystery system and bringing in their system today, which is a plagiarized information that you can find any of the stories in Egypt, as I told you before. That's why I keep saying to you, who are the sons of God? Ask them, the Christians. Who are they? Some of them will say, oh, well, they were the Nephilims, because if you read further, where it goes on to say that they were having kids.
Nephilims, yes. The Nephilims were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God went to the daughters of men and had children by them. So
Read on.
they were the heroes of old, men of renown.
Stop.